you step into the front of the tent and you're in our world. So as interactive as you can get, people come through the crowd. We're above you, we're below you, we're beside you, we're above, like on a stage, we're above in the sky. Like there's just so much to this tent that we are able to do, so we do it.
Produced on Awabakal and Warramai Land, this is The Good Stuff on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
Good
stuff.
The good stuff.
Yesterday, the Newcastle Live team got to check out a sneak peek of Limbo the Return at the Spiegel tent, which is about to open tonight in Civic Park. From what we saw, the show's a little bit more gothic this time around. You can expect stunning costuming, spectacular acrobatics, comedy, and this time we're getting a live band and a fire breather. In this interview that you're about to see, we find out how it's done. How did you first get into, what you do today? Because, you've got a bit of a mix going on. You're a singer, right? Mm-hmm. And you also, breathe fire and put fire all over your body. Mm-hmm. So, how'd you get into it?
Basically, I'm crazy, is what you're saying. So I have always been a performer of some sort, whether it be singing or in a band, cabaret, musical theatre, live performance of any kind. I love being on the stage. So when I got this job, I was actually doing another show, which was a cabaret where I was just singing, dancing. That was it. A great show, but I wasn't breathing fire. And the creator of Limbo found me in another country doing that show. I was like, hey, we'd love to have you breathe fire. And I was like, all right. Had I done it before? Absolutely not.
Oh, wow.
So I went into some very intense training.
Yeah.
I'd been a fire performer, transfers, fire eating, fire bubbles for about a year or so I was very aware of all the safety and precautions, and kind of fire breathing was the next step anyway. So I kind of, the yes man that I am, I said yes and went into intense training immediately, like 24 hours later. It took some time, and it's mainly the fear. Obviously, once you got your safety and your technical out of the way, it's just the fear of getting past that, and you are in control at all times. And that's how I'm here.
Yeah, natural progression.
Obviously.
How do you get past the fear? What was it like initially?
Lots of practice. You start with water, and spitting water all over yourself is kind of hilarious. So you kind of work up to it with humour, really. But the fear is if you're in control and you are doing everything right and you're being very safe, there's lots of aftercare needed for fire breathing, which is why a lot of people don't do it. It's not very glamorous.
Yeah.
And I am a singer, so I have to take that extra safety step.
Yeah. Where were you performing when you were found for this show?
Dracula's Cabaret in New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you guys know
Awesome.
Dracula's,
Yeah,
obviously, from the Gold Coast.
Totally.
I was with the Dracula's for 3 years. And then I was like, gotta go, I'm joining the circus. And they were like, okay.
Yeah. What are some of your favourite moments from this show in particular?
Favourite moments that I'm involved in?
Honestly, can be anything.
I love my act. The fire act is so fun. I love getting to perform and collaborate with other performers as well. So having the other incredible creatives on stage with me while I'm doing fire, assisting me, performing with me is so much fun. But I love sway poles. It's so ethereal. I don't know if you've seen the show yet.
I haven't.
You will be, no. I'm sure. It is such a beautiful moment near the end of the show. I won't disclose too much information to give it away, but it's just so beautiful and such an amazing act.
And this setup is a little bit different to what we're used to with the Spiegel tent. There's a lot of action up the front rather than down the back.
It's all about that catwalk, baby.
Yeah.
All about it.
Yeah. So it seems like it's going to be very interactive.
Yeah, it's meant to be that you step into the front of the tent and you're in our world. So as interactive as you can get, people come through the crowd. We're above you, we're below you, we're beside you, we're above, on a stage, we're above in the sky. There's just so much to this tent that we are able to do, so we do it.
Yeah. This is a bit random, but do you feel like you have to get into character before?
No, I feel like I'm just like this all the time, unfortunately for everybody else. I grew up performing, and being on a stage is just like me off stage, except turned up to a little bit more. You know what I mean? Turn me up to 100, that's me here. Turn me back down, same me, less makeup.
Yeah, stunning. Amazing. Well,
thank you.
It's been so good to chat with you.
So good
Thank
to
you
chat
so
with
much.
you. Thanks for having me.
While we were there, creator Scott Maidman and musical director Skip walked us through Limbo's live and experimental soundtrack.
Slide whistle. And then lots of harmonicas of different keys, often as you heard stacked together, so you can get a nice.
Yeah. When you come into Limbo, the world of Limbo, you're really immersed
in the soundtrack. And I often say you can actually come in and close your eyes if you wanted to, and you'll go on this musical journey. From what Skip has here. Like, you can see his huge array of instruments up there. There's bells, there's moogs,
Mesophonic guitar, lots of harmonicas, siren, just lots of different things. Even the music you hear when you first enter the show, which is this, I can say it now because I'm so removed from it, kind of an incredible creaky ambient track I made when I first joined the show, and I was so jet lagged for 2 nights. Scott's like, make something to start the show. So everything you hear.
Jet lag, the opening track.
Yeah.
Call it jet lag.
Yeah.
Skip, can you just quickly tell us about, you call the music janky music.
Yeah.
What do you?
I try to imagine, I love hip hop, I love New Orleans brass band music, I love electronic music, and I love Balkan music. So this is sort of like, and this is sort of my version of all that together. And it's been brewing for years. So it's harmonicas, always a sousaphone player, electronics, often a human beatboxer, and a funky drummer. And I've played this music in underground parties in New York City, in Berlin, in London, and in New Orleans itself. And so it's sort of like, I try to imagine that there's a world where it's like early rock and roll, except every bar has a sousaphone player in it with a harmonica player playing through electronics, and human beatboxers. It's not a big deal. So it's just, I think there is an authenticity to this because I've been doing it for so damn long. And it's funky and sexy and funny at the same time.
Limbo the Return will kick off at the Spiegel Tent in Civic Park tonight and will run through till the 5th of May. To find out more and grab your tickets, head on over to Newcastle Live, and we'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.